reading to Alien Earth, literally. Alien Earth update.
5 previous.
Now, now the most recent episode is getting a lot of hate, and I hate it too. I understand the hate. Before that, when the first show first came out, it got hate, of course, but I didn't really hate it at that point. I criticized it. It's entertaining. It was interesting. I wanted to see what they were gonna do with everything new that they're including. The new aliens, the new synths, cyborgs. It made me into the more of the like the world of Utani. Just the world in general. Because of course, a lot of the other movies, they're not really focused on like what's going on Earth, what's happening on Earth, how is Earth, like what's Earth like. Of course, in this world, Earth is owned by like 5 main corporations, which is pretty cool. And then in Alien Earth, we get into a young prodigy who becomes one of these people, and he owns a city. This rich billionaire, trillionaire kid, whatever. He owns a city, and it has me thinking like we might be in that direction one day. Cause didn't Mark Cuban didn't he buy he bought a city? Oh my. He bought a town. Mark Cuban bought an entire Texas town as a gift for a friend. If you own the town, you could become the mayor. You get into politics at that point. That's like the easiest way to step into politics. Is Mark Cuban gonna run for government positions? Doesn't necessarily always have to be president, but you never know. But like I'm saying, Alien Earth, they get into like the corporations, big 5 ones. Is it 5? I forget exactly. They pretty much own the world. They own towns, cities, countries. Pretty insane. Let's get into it. But the new episode, just horrible.
Previously undiscovered species collected, but the crew lost containment. Look with your eyes.
Howdy folks, today we're taking a look at the various documents and articles that have been shown on screen in Alien Earth. All of this is from episode 3, by the way. The first bit of text that we get is shown to Kirsch aboard the Maginot, where he reads the file for T. Ocelus. You know, the scary eyeball thing that, if you're particularly deranged...
What I don't like is they're trying to make... I found out that Disney's in charge of this. So I already knew that. Of course, Disney's for kids, right? So they're not trying to keep it PG or like... It's just ridiculous. It's a freaking horror movie. And they made it into a freaking like They made it into Stranger Things to appeal to the younger audience.
makes you yearn for an official plushie. A complete surprise.
And the plushie thing, of course. Merch. Disney, they make a whole shit ton of money off of merch. That's why with the Star Wars movie, with all the little cute side characters, little plushies, that little penguin shit, the orange one, even the even the droids, little cute little droids, even the video game Star Wars, the guy with Mikal or something with the droid on his shoulder, plushies, toys, shirts, clothing, little quirky, cute little things, right? This is all corporate. This is all just for freaking money, straight up.
Species 64 has been given the
Just to sell merch. Disney is just Star Wars. Let's do Star Wars. Because that's the best example. Before Disney bought it, the merch of Star Wars. Was George Lucas a billionaire before? I swear. Already a billion. George Lucas was George Lucas was already a billionaire before selling Lucasfilm to Disney in 2012. At the time of sale, his net worth was estimated around 4.1. So George Lucas was a billionaire because of Star Wars. Of course, Indiana Jones too, right? Which also has a lot of merch. But Star Wars merch in general, the movie made more money off of merch, video games, just merchandise in general. I count that as off of movies, the merch, the toys. Dude made billions off of toys and video games and clothing, just merch. And Disney isn't buying it because they love Star Wars. Disney isn't buying it because they want to explore the story more. Disney bought Star Wars from George Lucas because he made billions off of the merch. And Disney is in the same business of merch, of toys, clothing, video games, but clothing and toys mainly. Like, it's just insane. And don't get me wrong, Disney used to be incredibly good. That's why their merch and movies sold. But I don't know what happened. When did Disney go to shit? That's the real. Because I just associate Disney becoming shit because of buying Star Wars, Marvel, and not only did they ruin those movies, but they started like when did their own movies become crappy? Because their movies are just whatever. They look shit stupid now. They're losing money. They're not even making money anymore, too. Let me think. In my childhood, the last good movie Disney put out. By Toy Story 3. Let me look it up. Disney. That's Pixar though. That's a whole different. Disney itself. Disney movies. Let's look it up. The Fall of Disney. Pirates of the Caribbean. When did that one come out? Tron. Disney movies by year. Let's look at this. Please tell me there's a little thing. 1930s to the 40s. December 1st, 1937. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That's the movie, right? Alright. They sell a bunch. I'm showing you the billions off of merchandise. But it makes sense. Because they put out good movies. They used to put out good movies. Their old movies is what's carrying Disney. Mickey Mouse has always carried Disney. Mickey Mouse. That whole cast in general. And then some newer casts to the characters. I would have to say, like, who else became iconic from Disney? 2000s, I'm thinking. We're looking right now. So, the 1950s. It's pretty crazy watching these movies and thinking, like, they're from the 50s and 30s. When I was a kid, I thought they were, like, from the 80s, 90s. I had no clue they were this old. When I got older, I was like, no way, they're from the 40s and shit. I was like, what the hell? That's old, old. Treasure Island, Alice in Wonderland, 51. It was book too. It's based on a book, the animated. I totally 60s. Okay, let's move up. We all know the classics are classics. The 90s, 2000s. February 11th, 2000, the Tigger movie. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. Dinosaur. I remember watching that. 2000, May 19th, 2000. The Kid. Bruce Willis. Early 2000s. Classics. Let's see where the problem begins now. Let's see what 2006 was Cars. That's like my age. That's my era. I remember when the movie came out. I was like iconic, right? Iconic Disney character. One of the newer ones. Disney ain't putting out characters like that anymore. Like Lilo and Stitch. That's what I grew up on, bruh. Oh, Leroy and Stitch. Pirates of the Caribbean. Brother Bear 2. Ratatouille. I remember when that movie came out. I didn't watch it though. I watched it when I was older. National Book of Treasure. Classic. I remember watching that. That was a good ass movie. Oh yeah, the Disney Channel. Okay. Wally. 2008. Let's go more. Let's see where the problem begins. 2012. Toy Story 3, I'm telling you, 2010. So I said earlier that Toy Story 3 is where it started to go downhill. Let's see if that's true. Oceans. Alice in Wonderland. That was a pretty. That was a good movie. She's like the last like true princess Disney had. Tangle, maybe Tangle, cause that was a good movie. I won't lie, I remember watching that. Maybe Tangle. She might be the last one. Tangle, Princess and the Frog. I remember watching. It was pretty good. 2009. Up with 2009. 2009 had a pretty good year then. G-Force, I liked it. That was entertaining. Ponyo, I've seen that recently. That was good. Old Dogs, never seen. Bolt, never saw, but it was pretty popular with people I knew. Actually, I did. Nah, I never saw it when it came out. I was 8 years old. I was born in 2000, so this is my era. Wally. Back to 2010. Toy Story 3, June 18th. 2003. The Sorcerer's Apprentice. I think I remember that one. Okay, Toy Story 3 was whatever, too. That one was okay. No, it was, the ending sucked because it's like it ended of an era. I told myself if they put out another one, it's gonna be dumb. It's not gonna be as good. Which is true. I saw it. Toy Story 3 because it's a big deal, bro. The Toy Story. It's a big deal, guys. Tangled with 2010. Hold up. I didn't like that movie. Tron Legacy. Let me see. The Tangled. Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2. I remember growing up with those. Watching one. Lily the Witch. Mars Needs Mom. I remember when that came out. Forgettable. Cars 2. Nah. When was Cars? 2006 was Cars. They waited too long for Cars 2. 2006, 2011. 5 years later. Because that one was whatever. That one was whatever. Probably not the same people in the same studios anymore. It's Pixar, right? No, it's just Disney. It is Pixar. Yeah, because of the Pixar theory. Ooh, let's go. I don't know how it is now with all the new movies. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. 2011. John Carter, Chimpanzee. I like John Carter. Didn't do good. Favorite Little Chihuahua, 2003. 2012, I mean. Wreck-It Ralph. He was pretty big. Especially with a lot of my freaking cousins, my younger cousins. No, it was alright. Oh, I was in the Great and Powerful. Of course, I got to an age where I didn't watch that anymore. Frozen, 2013. They switched up the style. When did they get rid of like the hand painted and all that looking? Cause look, Tangle's all like CGI 3D animation, right? Whatever that stuff's called. Toy Story. Of course, Toy Story was like one of the first movies to use it. Was this 3D animation? Nah, but it was like a classic style, right? No. That one's like a classic style. When you 2009? The Frozen, Saving Mr. Banks, Muppets Most Wanted. Yeah, this is when I totally just did not care anymore. Big Hero 6. Actually looks like a good movie. Never heard of this movie. Steve Carell. I actually want to check that movie out. It looks funny. I fuck with Steve Carell. In the Woods. Cinderella. No way they put out a. This is. Okay, this is the argument we were getting into now. I was in it. This is where Disney became greedy, lazy, and just don't care about trying anymore. That seems like a creative movie, right? That's Pixar though, is it? What is that? I don't know. I guess. But like, come on. This is when they started making remakes, live action remakes of animated movies they put out. Watch them put out a live action Toy Story. Watch them put out a live action Toy Story. That's just gonna be ridiculous. Monkey Kingdom, Inside Out. That's Pixar. Ah, this is when it goes downhill. Zootopia. I'm not gonna lie, I saw it. It's pretty cool. I like animals, so it's pretty entertaining. That was a good one, low key. Is it Pixar? What is it? Well, it's Disney. No, it's not. But it's Disney. It's Walt Disney. That's what's up. Okay, 2016. Jungle Book. Lazy. You're losing money rather than making money. Finding Dory was whatever. Lazy. It was entertaining, but it was just lazy. Hold on. That one was good. I mean, I guess it was probably. Was it? Nah, it's something new. The animation, though, I'm saying nothing new with the animation. That's what I'm saying. They got lazy with the animation. Same with the stories, though, and everything. Like they're just rehashing old stuff. It's just lazy. Lazy. I remember hearing about that. Lazy. Anime Telltale Tales. Haven't seen. No, even then, this is a separate thing. I like one and two. The third movie was oh no, Cars 3. Did I see this one? I think I did. Nah, whatever. Oh, it was whatever. I kind of liked it. Nah, that was a classic. Two didn't make sense. Two was whatever. Two was just for fun, right? This feels more like this feels more like Cars 2. If they should have just they should have just not put out Cars 2 with the spy stuff and just left it as is and waited till they put out this one. I'm telling you, if they only stuck to two movies, it would have been a bigger franchise. And then they could have made the third movie, a fun movie. They were too late. I'm telling you, they were too late with the second one. The second one, nah, but yeah, the second one should have been that. And then 2017 should have been the third one, which should have been the spy one, the fun one. It's just my opinion. Coco. I saw glimpses of my family watching it. Looked or whatever. Incredibles 2 wasn't good. It was cool seeing old characters, right? Nostalgia grabs. Disney became popular for that. Mary Poppins, Dumbo, Aladdin. Shh. This is what I'm talking about. So lazy, so just leave the classics. You're ruining the older one. They might be smart actually, cause people are going to the older ones now, rewatching them, and they're just sitting there like, yes, go back. I can see why maybe they're either way they win. Those fuckers. I don't know. I think they're losing money though. I think I think it's really bad for them right now. We'll see right now. We'll see how up to date Wikipedia is. Toy Story 4. I saw it because it's Toy Story. Nah, it was whatever. One and two, really. One, two, and three, yeah. They should have just left it at three. They should have just left it alone. Cause Andy's like it's Andy's toys, bro. Not gonna lie, three was sad, bro. Be like, fuck, Andy, the Lion Kid, cash grab, nostalgia, magnificent, nah, forgettable. Lady and the Tramp. What the fuck? I did not know they put out another one. Bro, so lazy. He's cool, Steve. I might have to watch that. Oh, with the plus signs, Disney Plus? Only on Disney Plus? Oh. E to compete with Netflix, I see why. Totally separate. Still with Disney, but different department. Frozen. They're not probably not. They're probably not gonna use writers from like Toy Story, right? On like all their shows or movies, little feature movies. Togo, what the fuck? I could be wrong. Timmy failure mistake. 2000s now. Onward. Maybe their subliminal way of saying out to the public they're moving onwards from the old to the new Disney. The animal shit you can't hate on. Animals are dope. Hamilton. Bunch of Disney Plus. Luca. My nephews watched it. Terrible kid. Nah, it's just crazy now. Heard Dash lost a shit ton of money lately. I heard they lost a bunch of money. 2022. Pinocchio. Hocus Pocus 2. I don't know, just a bunch of lazy stuff. Nightmare at the Museum, for real. Bro. They're not including the Marvel stuff. Inside Out. Beach Boys. This was 2023. That's nothing. Forgettable. 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 Oh, that's 24. Jeez, 23. 2022. Forgettable. That's like the big movie of the year, right? Lightyear, bit forgettable. That's it for 22? No way. Pinocchio, Hocus Pocus 2, forgettable. Forgettable. Bro, I didn't even know they put out another cheaper by the dozen. What the fuck? That's it. Ice Age. January, the first movie of the year. Forgettable. And on Disney Plus. 2022 could be the horrible year that started the downfall. 21. Okay, we might have found the year 2022, the start of the downfall of Disney. Encanto. That did pretty well. But I think it's a forgettable. 21. Luca. Forgettable now. Like, my nephews don't care about that. Not like cars, not like Super Mario, not like, creative, cool, new. Because they look the same, the animation. Encanto looks like Coco. I got those two movies confused when I was seeing them. A lot of movies, you could confuse them. Be like, what movie are you watching? Because it all looks the same. 21 had nothing. Diary of the Wimpy Kid? Bro, forgettable. And Kanto and Luca are like the biggest ones. That's it for 21. 2020? Forgettable. Mulan. That was supposed to be the big one. Hamilton. Forgettable. And it's all big and shit. Has all this space. One word. 2020? 2020's to start. There's nothing for 2020. Nothing. Forgettable stuff. 2019 was the last year. Frozen 2, forgettable. Frozen 2 was the last movie that Disney will ever have that's memorable. Frozen, I can't lie. I can't hate. It's a she a staple princess. This is when it started going downhill. 2020. And then this is when they bought Star Wars, right? I'm linking it all together. Or Marvel. Let me look it up. I could be wrong. 2009. 2009? Wait. Am I tripping? I thought Disney got Marvel like Cinematic Universe Studios. Yes, yes. What? Wait. I thought it was like a recent thing, like not too long ago. That's a long ass time ago. 2009. Time just flew by that fast? What about Star Wars? I'm thinking Star Wars. 2012. The MCU. Because I thought that was a whole. Because I thought they purchased it like after Endgame or like towards it. Not Endgame, but the one before that. I'm tripping. What? 13 years ago. Jeez, time flies by. So they did Avengers Disney? The whole Avengers series? 2019. April 22nd. 2019 for Disney. Now they didn't. This list did not include Marvel and Star Wars. Just Disney. If we include Star Wars, if we include Marvel now, It ends here, 2019. Star Wars, of course, is a different story. They ruined it after Rogue One. Rogue One was like a throwback, right? To the Death Star. It was about getting the plans to destroy it, I think. And then with Rey, that's when they ruined it. That's like pre 2019. That's a different story. They've been ruining the success of those movies long before 2019. Let's look into it. Let's be all over the place real quick. Oh, of course they own it all now, so it's all theirs. Fucking crazy. The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker. You got Rogue One. Let's just look up the movies. Okay. Wait, there's supposed to be six of them. One. Release date. Order. So we know, like, when. Can I get a better look? The Clone Wars, The Force Awakens. Okay, this is Lucas. I know this. I think Disney took over a little bit of this, right? They bought Hulu too. Come on. 2012. 2015. The Rise of Skywalker. 2019. The Last Jedi. 2017. Yeah, they already ruined Star Wars before 2019. But Disney in general, as a whole, went downhill 2020. Of course, they had Marvel, right? But even then, that was going downhill after Endgame. Everyone's saying too. You could see it online, bro. After Endgame. And look, forgettable. Like a bunch of forgettable. Blink. You don't Stitch. Forgettable, bro. Like, they're either just trying to get people to go back to the parks, either just piss people off so much and be like, oh, let's go back to the old shit. Where can we go see more of that old stuff? Oh, the parks. Not just that, they sell a bunch of merchandise. And I've noticed when I've gone recently, the past few years, I went like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Not too long ago, I want to say. And the only kind of merchandise I saw was, of course, they have the Star Wars section, right? But a bunch of the merchandise is classic. Like it's all classic stuff. Of course, they have new stuff, but like it's all classic shit. It's what sells. I mean, it's changing now because the younger kids. You know, so when those kids get older, they're gonna show their kids these movies, and hopefully Disney might have a little bounce back, right? A little flow of income. Cause this young, you know. Okay, we got upcoming releases. Tron. I don't really care about Tron. Zootopia 2. That might be a banger. Okay, they might. No. Is that what I see? Bro. When are they gonna learn, bro? Toy Story 5. 26. Moana. What? Oh, it's a musical. Bluey. No way they're releasing Bluey. Frozen 3. Incredibles 3. Coco 2. In development. No way they give you this information. Bambi. Bruh. Bob the Musical. What the fuck is that? Frozen 5. No way. Hercules. They need Stitch too. Bro, no. They're just asking to lose money. They were not successful. What are you guys thinking? Shrunk. Oh, when Shrek 5 coming. Shout out to the DreamWorks. I grew up with both Disney and DreamWorks. More of a Disney family, I want to say. But I did like DreamWorks. Over the Hedge, Shark Tale, Shrek. Am I right? Yeah, Shrek's DreamWorks. He is. He's like the mascot for DreamWorks. Cat in the Hat. Alright, some of these I might not have known. No Way Gladiator 2 was DreamWorks. Okay. Yo, Shrek. It's number one too, and that movie came out years ago. Look. Twister, forgettable. Shrek 2. See Shrek. Catch Me If You Can was DreamWorks. That's like one of my favorite movies of all time. Animations. Oh, now DreamWorks is competing with Disney, right? Transformers, they're on top of it though. Chicken Run. Alright, we're on DreamWorks now. 1998. Ants. 1937. They're OG with this. 1998. To make it fair, we'll go to 98. 98. Mulan versus Ants. I saw that as a kid. I didn't like it. I liked Bug's Life. Pixar. It's a hard one. Classic Pixar, yeah. Classic Pixar 5. 1998. We'll do DreamWorks and then we'll go back to Disney because we were on Disney for a minute. Ants. I saw that in school. That was pretty good. That was in 98. Road to El Dorado. Didn't see that one. Chicken Run. Had that as a kid. I liked it. I love that animation. Didn't have. Jeez. Shrek. Atlantis, The Lost Empire, June. And May. They had Lilo and Stitch in June. So Lilo and Stitch versus Shrek. Probably Shrek. Nah, I can't say that because Lilo and Stitch was my shit as a kid. As a movie? Because I liked the show as a kid. Lilo and Stitch. I have to go with. That's so hard. Spirit of the Stallion. I never saw that. I saw that one. That one was a weird ass movie. Legend of the Simpsons. The movie animation was very weird and creepy. The CGI they used or whatever. Sinbad in the Seven Seas. Shrek 2, 2004. Shrek Tale. Shrek Tale. Shark Tale, 2004. Classic. That one was funny as fuck. Madagascar, classic. Classic. 2005. Wallace and Gromit. Never got into those movies. Over the Hedge. Classic. This one was good. Classic. Blessed Away. Classic. B movie. Forgettable. Kung Fu Panda. Classic. Madagascar Escape. Forgettable. Madagascar 1 was like the only good one. After that was whatever's. Nah, this one was okay actually. But it was forgettable. Jeez, 2008, that's how long ago? Felt like recent. Classic Monster vs. Alien. 2009. Classic 2000 Train Jack. That's a classic. That one's good. The books. I remember the books. as a kid. So this is why this one's so good to me. Personally, I remember reading the books as a kid. I remember reading the first one, I want to say. For sure. And that was like before the movie. So when the movie came out, I was like, no way. That's at elementary. It's like first grade. That's like the book fair. By like third, fourth grade, you'd go to the book fair. Fifth grade, you'd see this book, freaking How to Train Your Dragon. Struck Forever. Pretty good, classic. Classic. Megamind's a classic. And then its competitor is not a Disney movie. It's Illuminated or whatever that studio is. What's it called? Despicable Me. That one was cool. It was alright. Nah, I can't lie. The first one was good, but I like Megamind over Despicable. Classic. Kung Fu Bandit 2. It's pretty good. Puss in Boots. I like the second Puss in Boots. That one was really good. I never saw this when it came out. Forgettable. Forgettable. I think I saw it. It was alright. It was cool. This one was dope. Turbo was sick as fuck. Had Snoop Dogg. Penguins to Madagascar. 2014. Um. Oh, this one was pretty popular. Competitor 3. This is when Kung Fu Panda kind of went downhill. The other one was whatever. Forgettable. One for all movies, if they have more than one movie, sequels, prequels, trilogies, stuff like that. First movie will always go down as like the best. The first movie will always go down. Nah, Shrek 1 or 2. That's a huge argument now actually for Shrek 1 and 2 because Shrek 1 didn't have Puss. But of course he becomes like a big part of the family of Shrek and everything. Forgettable. I didn't really care. By then, I was an adult. I stopped caring about movies. But I keep up to date. I see the trailers, bro. 2020. Oh, they did Boss Baby. Oh, the second one's coming out. I see that poster a lot. This was a good ass one. 2022. I never saw that. 2023. Trolls. Okay, forgettable. 2024. I never saw it. I didn't see it. Isn't there a fifth one? Wild Robot. I didn't see it. Oh, that looks like a book. Captain Underpants. Do I remember that as a kid? I don't think that came out as a kid for me. Maybe, I could be wrong. Bad Guys 2 upcoming. How to Train Your Dragon. 2027 Shrek 5. I thought it was coming out 26. I thought it was coming out this year. Man.